Hello, this is Jan Hicks, and welcome to our channel, Sunsets and Sangria. This is our travel channel. I wanted to share with you on this video our trip over to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and back to Idaho Falls again. I took so many videos as we were traveling across the country, and hope you enjoy what I've put together. This little video here is just showing what we travel in. We have a Subaru Ascent and we pull behind us an A-Liner Expedition. It has become a favorite way of ours to get out and see the country and just be together on the road. These couple photos here are showing the Palisades Reservoir in Idaho Falls, or outside of Idaho Falls. One of the things that struck us as we were traveling across the country is the drought conditions that you can see just all the way across the country, from reservoirs that are low, rivers that are low, and many fields that are just basically dust. They haven't been planted yet. But there is obviously a drought in this country, and it was very apparent as we were on the road. Mike and I do love the mountains, so a lot of what you're going to see in these clips that I did are images of the different mountain ranges that we passed through and along and beside. These images here are from Wyoming, south of the Jackson, Wyoming area, as we headed across southern Wyoming and on into Colorado. In these next couple of clips, we have crossed over into Colorado on our second day of travel and are starting to see the Rocky Mountains in the distance, which always thrills me. One of the things we dealt with both on the trip out and the trip back was atrocious wind. This is leaving the KOA in Waukene, Kansas, and you can see the wind is just whipping those flags terribly. Entering New Mexico means that we are on the return trip back to Idaho Falls. I did not do much recording through Kansas and Oklahoma because, quite frankly, there wasn't much to see. Sorry to those who live there. As I said, we love mountains, and as we crossed into New Mexico, we could start seeing the mountains again off in the distance. And yeah, that's when I started to do videos again. I got a lot of knitting done in Kansas and Oklahoma, though. I mentioned both the dryness and the high winds that we experienced on this trip. This photo coming up here shows the effect of that. This is dust in the atmosphere, not fire, not a storm. That was dust. And then, as we continued on getting higher in elevation, the storms that have racked the whole way across the country were hitting this area of Colorado. And we drove through quite a bad winter storm in this one mountain pass. This is Wolf Pass in Colorado. As you can see, as we came down in elevation, the storm cleared away. There were still some clouds, but we got into much clearer weather, and yeah, it was pretty easy going after that. We took a more southerly route coming back because our goal was to stop in Moab, Utah for a couple of days. And so as we cross here into Utah, the entire landscape changed, and I am excited to be showing you this area. I find it fascinating. This is our first time in the Utah National Parks area, and we will be visiting Arches National Park here with you very shortly. We had one day in Moab, and we spent the morning at a trail. It's actually a trail used for 4x4s. They like to do rock crawling, and so this is used by them to do that, and hikers and bikers. So a steep incline and a steep walk back down was our morning activity before we went to Arches in the afternoon. Words cannot express the stunning beauty of this area, so I am not going to say anything, just let the music and the video do the talking. And with that, we left Moab behind, headed to our last stop of the trip, which was in a town called Heber City, Utah. It is up in the mountains in the Wasatch Range, up to the east of Provo, Utah, in the Park City and Sundance area. So these next videos are all just the drive, coming back into the mountains after the flatter area down where Moab is. So back up into the mountains for one last night before we headed home.